Rockin and Roamin.
And thank you for watching this video. Today we're going to be telling you everything you need to know to power your RV with a portable generator. So a lot of RVs are different, but most of them this size and bigger have a 50 amp hookup, which looks like this. I like to hook the RV side in and leave the generator side unhooked. That way I can start up the generator without a load on it and then plug in the generator once it's running properly. Now to hook up, what you're going to do is you're going to insert this, you're going to twist, and then you're going to secure it by screwing this part in. So let me show you that. And that's going to give you a secure connection where you can be sure this isn't going to pull out and that it is hooked up correctly. It should be snug. So we power our RV with this small Honda portable inverter generator. It's an EU2200I and they can be a little pricey. I think new they go for $1,100. We lucked out and I found one that a guy had bought and hadn't even opened a year before. So I was able to get for about 800 bucks on Craigslist. And something like this is great for our use and our size RV, but if we needed to use a lot more electricity, you can get a second one of these and hook them up in parallel. So I'm going to show you how you can use a portable generator like this. All of them are pretty standard and work the same. This one does have eco throttle, which cheaper ones might not. And eco throttle just means it senses how much electricity it needs to put out, and it will govern the engine and make it rev higher or lower based on your electricity draw. So some Honda generators come where you plug it in and the plug-in will look like this, a 30 amp plug-in. Ours, however, when you plug it in, has a normal house plug-in. So what we have to do is we have to adapt our 50 amp cord that came with the RV down to this plug. So we have our 50 amp cord, this is the cord that's plugged into the RV. Then we have a 30 amp, they're called dog bones, it's a adapter. And then that 30 amp goes into, I believe this is a 15 amp adapter, another dog bone. And so it makes it where I can plug this little plug into this big cord and plug that into the RV. So what I like to do is I just put this near the generator, I start up the generator, get it running efficiently, and then I plug this in and put a load on it. You need to make sure that you have level ground so that the generator can run properly. So as you can see, this is how the generator would have been if I hadn't have made a level spot for it. But I made with my shovel a nice little level spot where it can sit. So we'll put it on that spot. Now if you come down here, I'll show you the things you need to check before turning on your generator. So there is a vent cap up on top. It will usually be in the off position. That makes it where it doesn't vent fumes into wherever you're holding the generator. It also makes a suction where if the generator is trying to run, it won't be able to pull gas in. So you want to turn that to on so that it can suck air in and the gas can flow properly. Down here, if you have eco throttle, there will be a little switch right here. You want to turn it off so that when the generator turns on, it starts by running at its full capacity. And then once this green light turns on and you know that the inverter is putting out electricity correctly, you can activate your eco throttle and it will retard the RPMs of the generator. So we're going to have eco throttle off. The vent cap will be open. Then when you first turn it on, you want to turn the choke to on. That way it starts. Once you've had it running for most of the day, if you come and turn it off and turn it back on, and it's only been a couple hours, you may be able to start it without turning on the choke. But for a cold start like this, we're going to have choke on. If you just got your generator out of the box, you're going to want to take this cover off. Inside there will be a place to put oil in. Make sure to put oil in your generator before you start it. On the Honda, we have a selector switch with a few different options. You have off, fuel off, engine switch, and on. Fuel off is used for when you're turning off the generator and won't turn it back on for a few days, or if you're going to travel with it. So when it's on, you just turn it to fuel off. It'll cut the fuel to the generator and it will slowly die, and it'll leave it where there's no fuel trapped in the carburetor. So we're going to turn our generator to on. We have choke on, the vent open, eco mode off. Lastly, this is a pull start, so you want to make sure to pull straight out. You don't want to stand up and pull up. That will cause wear on your cord right here, and once one of these breaks, it's a pain to replace. You have to take off the cover and stuff. So we're going to get a nice stance where you have your hand on the generator, your foot blocking it, so when you pull really hard, you're not going to pull the whole generator into you. And we want to just pull it straight out and back. Sometimes it takes a couple, but maybe I'll be lucky and get a first start for the video. I haven't started up today yet, so let's see. And you can hear it start up. So then we're going to turn our choke off. So if you leave the choke on, the generator is going to run rough and die because the fuel mixture is too rich. It helps it start, but it can't run like that. So once we have it running, it sounds good, and we have this little green light on. You're going to turn eco mode on. You can hear how the generator got a lot quieter and it's running slower. It's retarded the RPMs. Once all that's good, you can plug your RV into your generator. So you can hear that it just revved up. Our batteries haven't been charged, so it's charging the batteries right now. If you have batteries on your RV, usually when you plug the generator in, it will automatically charge them and you don't have to do anything. It has a built-in inverter type of technology in the RV that charges the batteries when hooked up to shore or generator power. And so you'll hear it get a little bit louder, and then after maybe 30 minutes to an hour, it'll quiet back down once those batteries are charged. Now to turn it off, all you're going to do is you're going to go to your selector switch and take it to the off position. And that's how I turn the generator off. And like I said, if you weren't going to turn it back on for a few days, I would have just turned it to the fuel off selection on the selector switch, and it would have slowly died as it ran out of fuel. You can get away with a generator this size perfectly for an RV like ours. We have about a 30-foot RV with two ACs, one 15,000 BTU and one 13,500. We only use the 15,000 really, and we try and stay in climates where we don't need to use the AC much. That makes it a lot easier to have a small generator like this. Also, we use propane to heat the RV, to heat water, and to cook. That makes it easier again, and we try and only use one major appliance at a time. So it's a little bit inconvenient that we can't use our microwave and say a hair dryer and the water heater all at once, but it is convenient having a small generator that we can just carry around. It only uses about a gallon of gas every 8 to 10 hours depending on usage, and it's really easy to lug around. So I think it's definitely worth working around it a little bit. Some gas saving tips are try and plug all your devices into charge while the generator is running, and do as much computer work as you can. So when the generator is running, be working, be charging. You don't want to have the generator running all day, turn it off, and then realize you didn't charge up your laptop and your phone and have to turn it back on just to charge those up. Hydro appliances are usually anything that makes heat, cools, or something that cleans. So like your vacuum, your hair dryer, a ceramic heater, electric oven, crock pot, stuff like that is going to be a hydro. The biggest of all is the AC. If you're going to be using appliances, you want to use one, maybe two at a time. If you overload it, the overload sensor will kick on in the generator, it'll cut the power and you'll have to go reset the generator outside and everything in here will turn off.
This is what it will look like if you overload the generator. I will turn on a few really large appliances until it overloads it so you guys can see what it really looks like. I forgot to turn it on. So they went for like a couple seconds. I had the AC on, the microwave, and our heater here in the living room, and they went on for like a few seconds. They really got on their lowest like power and the generator just couldn't handle it, so it shut everything off. The lights are still on because the battery runs that, but it shut all the appliances off.
One reason that I love having this small portable generator is me or Kinsey can really easily get it out of our understorage and just carry it wherever we need, tuck it away really quick if it starts to rain or snow, and it's just so compact that we didn't even have it in the understorage. If we had a larger, say Predator 3500, it might take both of us to carry it, and it would just be one more large object we'd have to store. As you can see, I can pretty much one hand carry it, and it's not really that heavy. So you can't really talk about the RV and the generator without talking about the AC. So the AC is going to be one of your largest draws and the biggest determining factor on your generator size. For us, we have a small AC unit, 15,000 BTU, and we don't use it that much, so we're fine with a smaller generator. If you are in Phoenix or Florida and you stay there full time, then you're going to want to get a large generator that can power your AC in addition to your other appliances, since you're going to need to use that AC a lot. Your RV may come with a built-in generator. Double check. If you get a really large motorhome or a nice fifth wheel or a really nice travel trailer, it might have a built-in generator. So we chose Honda for our generator. I looked at all the off brands or secondary brands, and I was thinking about it, but we use our generator so much boondocking that it's vital to us. I wanted a great brand. I love Honda. I had a Honda CB250F as a motorcycle and I loved it, so I just have some loyalty to them. One nice thing about getting a name brand is reliability. Usually they stand behind their product, but you do have to pay for that, so they're going to be a couple hundred more. Secondary, if you ever want to sell it, it's going to have a higher resale value. The Honda name is going to make it sell for more. And lastly, the Honda generator is one of the best at running efficiently and quietly. It runs for 10 hours at 25% load, and it has a 60 decibel rating at that load, I believe, which is about the same as a normal conversation a few feet away. Thank you for watching this Rockin and Roamin video. We really appreciate. Thank you for watching this Rockin and Roamin video. We cover how to RV, RV travel, and outdoor adventures. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to learn more about this lifestyle and how to make it happen.
Oh, this.